DreAllDay.com.
Well, that's that. I saw the game. You saw the game. Game 4, 2018 NBA Finals. Golden State Warriors 108, Cleveland Cavaliers 85. Wasn't really that much of a game I would say by halftime, after Curry hit a big three right before halftime and Cavs didn't get anything. I figured the game was pretty much over, and it pretty much was. Cavaliers, first of all, let's look at the stats, and then we'll talk about what happened and what's going to happen in the future, because that's really what this video is about. I think everyone pretty much predicted, if we want to call it that the Warriors will win this series in 4 or 5, 6 or 7 games. I thought it would go at least 5 or 6. Didn't even go that far. But let's talk about tonight. Losing team, Cavs. LeBron with 23, 7, and 8. Again, even a below average LeBron game would be a great game for. If anybody else on the Cavs had one game like that all playoffs, we'd be like, damn, that was an amazing game, right? Nobody on the Cavs had not one game all postseason like LeBron's worst game all postseason. And that's saying something. 14 to win all the way to the finals. 7 for 13 from the floor. I'm on Twitter, so I've seen people kind of saying LeBron should have shot the ball more times. You know, he went out, got swept at home the last game. You know, Jordan wouldn't have went out like this, and Jordan probably would not, because Jordan was more of a scorer, and some people think Jordan had more of a killer instinct. But we're not doing a LeBron versus Jordan debate. I'm not doing that shit. Kevin Love 13 and 9. I mean, the only thing Kevin Love didn't do was get 20 in this game. Wouldn't have mattered, but Kevin Love had pretty much what he's been doing all series. He gets his rebounds and he gets some points, but not enough. And I heard Mark Jackson say this during Game 4, is that the Cavs need a Kyrie Irving, somebody who could take the load off LeBron, so LeBron can chill and score points and score whenever he wants to. He was saying that the Cavs got to like trick the Warriors to get a good look. And Kyrie, it didn't matter. You could play straight up defense, he's going to score on you, because Kyrie could break down any defender in the NBA. The Cavs just didn't have anybody other than LeBron who could do that. And when there's only one guy who could do it, no matter how good he is, there's only so much he's going to be capable of doing. J.R. Smith with 10 points. Rodney Hood with 10 points. He shot 4 of 14 from the floor. Nobody else broke double figures. I don't even want to talk about the Cavs no more, at least not for tonight. Warriors, Kevin Durant with 20, 12, and 10. He ends up being the finals MVP. Great performance by Kevin Durant. Draymond with 9 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal. Doing Draymond things. Klay Thompson only 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 of 10 from the floor. And Steph Curry was on fire tonight. 37 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 7 for 15 from 3. When he's shooting like that, that's pretty much what you're going to get from Steph Curry. So that's it for the stats. We ain't even got to talk about the stats no more. Let's talk about just the overall, the landscape of the NBA right now, what's going to happen in the future. First of all, the Warriors, 4 championship appearances in 1, 3 out of 4 in 4 years. We got to say that that's a dynasty. 3 championships in 4 seasons is a dynasty. If Draymond doesn't punch LeBron in the nuts in 2016, they probably win that championship too. This team is a dynasty. Now, of course, they added Kevin Durant in the midst of this whole run. So people, of course, are going to bring that up. But a championship's a championship. This team is pretty tough. And I think as long as they keep this group together, I think all of their main guys are, besides Iguodala, they're all under the age of 30. I think KD and Steph are both like 28 or 29. Then you got Klay and Draymond. So they still have a core that's in their prime. So this team can continue to compete. Who's going to beat them in the future? I don't know. Houston, maybe. Chris Paul is, I believe, over the age of 30 now. So who knows how much he'll be able to hold up for a whole season for Houston to make a whole nother run at it. And I don't know what else the West is going to look like. Of course, you got a guy like Kawhi Leonard. We're going to see where all the free agents go. And, of course, you got Mr. LeBron James. What is LeBron going to do moving forward? We talk about the Cavs. First of all, this Cavs team was not very good at all. I think enough people have said already how great it was for LeBron to carry this team that wasn't very good all the way to the finals. They got out the first round. It looked like they might lose to the Pacers, destroyed the Raptors as usual, and then went 7 games with a Boston team that had a better team from top to bottom, even though they were missing 2 All-Stars, and beat those guys in 7 games. To take this team to the finals was a great run, but let's just talk about the team that they have and what LeBron may be thinking at this point moving forward, because that's going to be the #1 topic of conversation in the NBA, at least until the NBA draft happens. What's LeBron thinking? What's LeBron going to do? Where's LeBron going to play next? Even though he didn't even win the finals, got swept in the finals, all the conversation is going to be him, so we might as well follow suit. First of all, the Cavs need to make like wholesale changes to this roster. I think Kevin Love needs to go. I think Kevin Love is a solid player. He can average 20-something and 10+ rebounds a game in the NBA. Kevin Love can be an all-star for several more years in the NBA. The problem is, against the Golden State Warriors, Kevin Love is just not that effective of a player. Against the Warriors, you need dynamic guys who can switch multiple positions on defense, play multiple styles on offense, and somebody who can create a shot. LeBron needs a teammate who can create his own shot so that LeBron don't have to do it all game. There's only so much one guy can do when you got 5 guys keying on you and they're a good defensive team. There's only so much. Kevin Love got to go. They got to bring in a guy who can create his own shot off the dribble and create offense for teammates in addition to LeBron James. This is the LeBron stays in Cleveland playing, okay? Kevin Love got to get out of there. Everybody else on the team right now, I think they can get rid of their whole top 8. J.R. Smith can go. George Hill can go. Jeff Green can go. Who else was it? Larry Nance can go. Who else is on the team? I don't even remember. Tristan Thompson can go. Who else? Whoever else it is besides those people that I mentioned, all those guys can go. I don't think any of these dudes, if the Cavs were to come back with LeBron next year, they need to revamp this whole situation. They got the number 8 pick in the draft, so hopefully if LeBron comes back, they need a player who's ready to contribute like today to play and help LeBron out. Hopefully somebody who can make some shots and has some kind of dynamism to him offensively and defensively. That's what they need to compete against the Warriors. The Cavs, as long as they got LeBron, you're going to be competing against the Warriors. That's the team you're building your roster around beating. They need players who can match up with Golden State. Kevin Love is not that guy. So get him out of there, get an all-star in there who can create a shot, and then get somebody in that draft who can do something, or trade that pick to somebody who can do something. And then you build around LeBron again. And I guess you can let LeBron be the GM because that's pretty much the way LeBron wants it. He's going to call the shots who he wants as a teammate and all that. I guess is the way you got to go. You got to bend to his will because then he can leave it all over again. And guy's a cash cow. Now, if LeBron were to leave the Cavs, who knows what team he's going to play for. He could basically play for any team in the NBA. They'll all welcome him with open arms. I think even the Warriors will welcome LeBron James. So we'll see what he does. I'm not into the whole speculation, talking head shit. That's pretty much all I'm going to give you about LeBron James. I'm just talking about the Cavs. I ain't talking about if he goes here, there, and free agents and trades. Forget all that. As far as the Warriors, man, this team, again, they could be a championship team again next year. Who can beat them? The only teams that I see possibly beating the Warriors next year is one, Boston, when they bring their whole roster back. Barring any offseason moves, just looking, if everybody keeps it as it is right now, Boston is a contender to come out of the East. I think Boston can beat the Cavs. This Cavs team with Boston's full roster can beat the Cavs. You put Kyrie Irving in place of Rozier and put Gordon Hayward in place of like the Morris twin or the other bench wings that they brought in, they beat the Cavs in this series and they go against the Warriors. They're the best team in the East. They can do it. Maybe a team like the Sixers, if they mature and keep adding pieces. Right now, they're not going to they wouldn't beat them. I don't think they would even beat Boston right now. That's in the East. In the Western Conference, you got Houston. Now, we also got to factor in the Spurs because when Kawhi Leonard is 100%, which I'm assuming he will be at the beginning of next season, the Spurs are a contender all over again, just like they were before. You know, Zaza stepped under Kawhi Leonard's foot on purpose and got him injured. Y'all know that happened. Now, wherever LeBron James ends up, if he decides to go out west, whatever team he gets on, that team becomes a competitor. Whether he joins Houston or whoever else he goes to, that team will be a competitor. If he stays in Cleveland, they're going to be a contender still. They're going to have to figure out how to beat Boston. They're going to have a different roster than what they got now anyway. So them going against Boston would be an interesting thing based on whoever they have. Again, barring any moves that any of these teams make. That's pretty much it. I don't even know what else to say. Kevin Durant got MVP of the series. I'm not doing a who's better between LeBron and KD. I'm not doing a LeBron versus Kobe or versus Jordan. I just don't have I don't even want to go back and forth with people on these topics. I think people have already decided what they think, and who cares? I really don't give a damn. I don't watch talking head shows. I don't watch people's YouTube debate videos. So I don't really care about that shit. I just want to see good basketball played by good players. So let's see what happens in the offseason with, of course, LeBron is the major chip. Then every other piece is going to fall in where it falls in. That's it. Y'all tell me what else is going on. What else do we need to know? Did we learn anything in this final series? Did we learn anything from this year's NBA playoffs? I'm not sure we learned anything. I'm just thinking about what did we learn? We knew how good Kevin Durant was already. We knew that the Warriors are pretty damn good. We knew that the Rockets had loaded up so they could face the Warriors. Chris Paul got injured, unfortunately, so They couldn't beat him in the Game 7. What else did we know? We knew LeBron was the man. We knew he was great. I mean, maybe he made some people even more of a believer with the way he carried this team that is not very good to all the way to the NBA Finals. But we already knew LeBron was good. We already knew his team wasn't very good. What else did we learn? I don't think we learned anything here. Actually, when I really look at it, I don't think we learned anything that we did not already know in this year's postseason. We knew that the Raptors were a team that kind of cratered in the playoffs, at least against the Cavs. I mean, they beat the Wizards, but they've been a team that's cratered in the playoffs. We learned that Boston has a very promising future. I think we can say that. What else? I don't know. Did we learn anything new? I'm not sure. It's the third time I said that. Y'all tell me, what did we learn new? That's the question I want to hear answered in the comments. Did we learn anything new about the contenders in the league in these playoffs? I'm not talking about the first and second round teams. I'm talking about the contenders. Teams like a Houston, a Golden State, a Boston, a Cleveland. I mean, we learned about Boston's young guys. We already knew Cleveland had a weak team. I don't think anything. I really don't. I could have been going to bed for these playoff games. I would have known the same amount going to sleep as I learned staying up watching the shit. That's not a knock on the NBA. That's just what happened. I mean, it's competition. The competition's not always going to be super exciting. The best team is winning. They dominate. They dominate. That's how it goes. You're supposed to dominate if you got the best team. So, I don't know. I don't know, people. Y'all tell me. Anything I'm missing? Anything I'm not thinking about? Anything to consider here? Because I can't. It's escaping me right now. I don't know. So, that's it for these game reviews. I guess the next time y'all gonna see me is when the next time you're gonna see me. I don't really like doing the season previews. They're not that exciting to me. I think next time you're gonna see me is next June, next May, when it's time for the playoffs all over again. That's the next time I'm gonna be talking to NBA like that, I think. But who knows? You never know what the future may hold. But that's that, everybody. I appreciate y'all being here for these only 4 games this year for the NBA Finals. That's it. Y'all want to find me talking about other stuff, not basketball. I usually don't talk basketball most of the time in detail, but y'all want to find me talking the mental game. This is what I specialize in. Subscribe to my podcast. It's called Work on Your Game. It comes out every single day, not once a week, not 3 times a week, every fucking day. It's called Work on Your Game. We're at almost 800 episodes. So if you never heard of it until today, or you never listened until today, you got 800 episodes to catch up on. Again, that's called Work on Your Game. Y'all know how to find a podcast. That's it, man. Y'all want to find me there, or find me on Amazon, where I got all my books, and Work on Your Game University. All my books, programs is there, and DreAllDay.com. That's it, man. Work on your game. Y'all enjoy y'all summer. DreAllDay.com.